Alright, so, hello everyone. Welcome back to a brand new price action study. I don't know why I say hello everyone. It really makes no sense because who really watches these videos? No one but myself because, yeah, it's my vocalization of my current understanding of price. That's why I make these videos, just to put the intention out there. But anyways, here's the news driver for today. High impact news driver. Injection of volatility at 8:15 a.m. That's what we're really noting when I look at these news drivers or high impact news drivers because I don't really understand them. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know every news driver on the economic calendar and yeah. Anyways, all right. So here we are. Monthly. Anything different here? Nope. Still gonna be expecting higher prices on the Nasdaq. How about the weekly? Same thing, still in that order block, still seeing price respect that. The reason I said we're still bullish is because there's no indication to see lower prices on these time frames. Like if we go to the weekly, no indication about that. Right, we have the weekly consolidating above an old high, so we're seeing that as distribution. All right, so price took out these lows, accumulated new positions here, and then we see price move to the upside, respecting a previous order block and now consolidating. One of two things is going to happen. Either we're going to see a break lower or we're going to see a run above these highs before it breaks lower. All right, but ultimately when price trades above these highs, if it does, that means the liquidity above these old highs has been exhausted. But I'm still noting the fact that price has a large amount of institutional sponsorship for price to be moved this aggressively on such a high time frame. And same thing, why would anything have changed from yesterday, right? I mean, we're looking at a monthly and weekly chart. Still expecting higher prices. Still expecting higher prices. No indication, no break below an old low, just consolidation at an old high. So now that we know where we are in those ranges, let's go to the... In fact, before I do that, I'm going to go back to NQ. So, 20 days in. 20 days in, we're about at the time that we could be expecting a quarterly shift from November 1st. Just saying. What does this look like? All right. Now we're going to continue watching it. We're going to continue watching it because this alone on the daily, just seeing price do this really isn't that meaningful. And how about here, right? It'd be the same thing. I don't have it drawn out, but same thing. 20 days where we are in current price action, we'll say right here, right? If we look at current price, is this indication that price wants to go lower? No, it's simply distribution above an old high. That's what we're witnessing. And that's why I've been continuously saying I'm bullish, because that's what I'm witnessing. Now we have buy stops above here, but we also have an order block right here. So we're seeing if price wants to continue to respect that. And additionally, we have this higher time frame order block here. All right. So now let's go to, I think this is still from yesterday. This might still be on my, yeah, it is. All right, cool. All right. So it feels like it's been a minute since I've noted like untested lows, untested highs, because I really just have been going through price action. But that's just because when I look at it every day, there's really not like, don't feel like there's like too much new to say. And like I know the levels I'm paying attention to. Like I know, there's clean lows here. I'll just mark it here. I know these lows are relative to one another. I can very clearly see that this movement to the upside on the daily chart was aggressive. This level of sell side has changed. In fact, let me do this because we did take that level of sell side. All right, I'm just gonna mark because this candle I believe is yeah, it's Thursday's candle. I'm just gonna mark today's low. That's the most recent low. Because it really is. Like it could probably go back here, mark that low, but we'll mark here for now. And then let me make sure that this buy side, yeah, okay, that is okay. There we go. That's better. Get it more refined there on the 4-hour. Boom. And that's why it's the wick. So this is our range. It's just more refined on a lower time frame. But this is the range that we are trading within. Okay, and let me move that back. And if we go to the 4-hour, below an old low, the sell side liquidity. Above an old high, the sell side liquidity. Now if we look here on NQ, alright, ultimately there's one thing that's really apparent. Break below this low, a return back into the displacement range. They ran out that low, return back to it. This low, we do see a failure swing there in the sense of we see these bodies actually trade higher. And the reason it does that is to rebalance this void. Stops reside below here. Classic retail support, hold up price. Obviously runs through those. And afterwards, we create this new low. This low is also running out these relative equal lows. And as I've mentioned previously, CPI, I remember, see, this is Tuesday, CPI. Like, I just remember watching it happen, you know. And there's going to be a lot of that through this next year. But anyways, if we look at what price is doing, we can see it currently creating a low, aggressively running through it. But we're still keeping in mind the general fact, like, we're not going to get caught up on a 4-hour time frame because we understand the price is just running out these stops. Like, this isn't in itself, we're in a higher time frame consolidation. This in itself is still sideways price action. Just because price traded down here to run out stops isn't an indication overall that price is going lower. I'm just focusing on the fact that overall we keep creating a low, running a low, creating a low. We'll see if it wants to run a low. If it really wants to move out of that consolidation, then we may have means for looking, you know, for a potential market structure shift. But this in itself, because we've been moving sideways, it's nothing really to expect. Now, again, keep in mind the quarterly shift, something that I'm focused on, but ultimately I'm still expecting higher prices. And here's the thing, what I just told you is what I framed on, you know, the NASDAQ. But what about ES? The same time frame on ES, does this look like a reason? Does this look like price is going to continue higher or continue lower? Because really that would be a trick question, right? These lows remain intact. This low, sure, this low is ran out. Take stops below that. These lows may even be ran out. These lows even back here. But that's still not indication. We know price is just taking sell side, and if it's going to stay in a consolidation, right, it's going to distribute their short positions that they accumulate at these old highs to these stops below these old lows. Here, here, and here. All right, so we're focused on that ultimately. And so I'm on the higher time frames, I'm bullish. In the lower time frames, I'm uncertain. Price is consolidating, sideways price action, waiting for an aggressive movement. I'm not a ping pong player. If I was trading live funds or if I was trading a demo, I'm not gonna, you know, be the type of person who tries to catch each individual move on each side of the market. All right. And yeah, that's just me personally, at least right now. Now let's go down to the 15-minute chart, which I believe, yeah, perfect, 15-minute. All right. So I noted these levels a little bit earlier. That's why they're already here. So I actually wanted to do that this time. And that was around 8:30, and then price ran out those lows. But we're obviously, I mean, every night we see it, right? Consolidation overnight. Well, actually, yeah, consolidation into the night is like 2 a.m., so that's like London session, right? But consolidates every night. All right. Now, what we really need to do here, oh, in fact, let me do one last thing, because I forgot to look at the weekly range. All right. So, let's focus on the weekly range. All right. What do we ultimately see? New York open. Oh, sorry, this is last week. Let's start here. Open, trades above the New York opening price, aggressive run to sell side. That's Monday. Tuesday, well, we traded for stops. See aggressive repricing to a previous order block before a down move, and it leaves this high intact, trades to it, but not with the actual volume, and this wick still fails to take out the stops above here. But what else do we see before that? Because ultimately, we've been seeing higher price warning consolidation on the higher time frames. Consolidation before that up move. So one could say, oh yeah, price is going to continue lower, but we have an underlying bullish bias. So ultimately, if price was to trade below these lows now, or take out this level of sell side that I just created here, I would reasonably expect a move back to the buy side, because again, even though this is a failure swing, this is just returning to this order block And for here, this low should be held up if we are, going to continue to see higher price. But again, this is a smaller time frame. See, the smaller the time frame, the more messy it gets, or the more price will try to throw you off, right? Ultimately, we're looking at where the pending orders are in the marketplace. Okay, there are traders who put their stops here. There are traders who put their stops here. Price will want to run out those, large funds who place their stop here below an old low. Same thing here with this old high. Then this creates these relative equal highs. Oh yeah, this must be a level of resistance. What happens to them? They get ran out. And then what happens right after that? This down move. It creates buyer's remorse. Again, this is still not indication of, it's still in that range that we've been seeing, right? And even here, I don't know if it's gonna, okay, there we go. Like even here, like this is just slightly breaking below it. And why is it trading even down there in the first place? If we look to the left of our chart, I mean CPI. But again, it's a completely different story here, right? Like if we look here, it's still sideways price action. So in other words, while we have that bias, we're in an order block, we're at the top of a range. We have relative equal highs above us, but which we can also expect price to target, but we're consolidating. Now, the one important thing to understand is from a consolidation, price will move into an expansion. Okay, that's it. Consolidation, expansion, and then from expansion, retracement, reversal, or consolidation again. But the expansion will only come after a consolidation. So we're taking note of that. I don't really have anything additional to add today. I am going to work really hard tomorrow so I can have the weekend off and put some energy into backtesting. And like, let me just say this is off the record. This isn't even about trading. This is just like, again, where I'm at mentally, and I guess what I'm willing, or not, I guess what I'm willing to do, to succeed. Because right now I sit in this cubicle all day long and I hate it. I fucking hate sitting in a cubicle working for a goddamn gas company. It's boring. I don't do anything. Just hear people talk about their gas, and I put on some fucking fake ass persona, and I tolerate the people I work with, and I don't, I'm not inspired by anyone around me. Really, I'm not inspired by my family. I don't have any friends around me. I don't have any fucking friends in general. Besides my friends like Tolly and everything, or my friend Tolly, my friend Andrew, my friend Carson, but they're all in a different state. You know what I mean? I want to talk to them every day. I ultimately feel super just detached from the people around me, and it's not a bad thing because a lot of people around me, of course, don't have what I want. But at the same time, man, I'm just sick of working, dude. I'm sick of working. Who the fuck wants to work for the rest of their life? And I put in a lot of work. I'm closer than I ever have. In fact, I'll just say 5 months ago, I didn't understand that markets move from consolidation to expansion. I didn't understand why the market or the interbank price delivery algorithm drives price into where, something I just learned recently. And overall, I can see in hindsight how I've been developing as a trader. Now, this is a long haul, you know what I mean? But frankly, I finally understand, the meaning to saying that goes, when you want to succeed more than you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And while I don't have my success yet, quite frankly, I think I'd rather drop dead before giving up and before admitting failure. Which that's not how I feel. I don't feel like I need to give up or I'm admitting failure or something. I'm just saying in general. I've been there. I used to feel like I'd take breaks all the time. I would take breaks for days and not do anything, not take my future seriously. And I was pretty much everything I despise now. And I definitely wasn't someone who I would have felt inspired by. I don't even feel inspired by the people around me, and yeah, guess I'll leave it at that for now.